Brand new day feels like less like a new chapter, and more like the story hitting a hard um, reset button and hoping nobody notices the seams. Um, 1 minute, the marriage and all the accumulated history is gone. The next Peter is back to scrambling for rent and juggling dates like the previous decade of growth never registered. I mean, the supporting cast gets rearranged into convenient new roles, while older connections fade into the background without real explanation. I keep running into issues where the fresh start, quote unquote, mostly just reintroduces the same money problems and identity crisis that had already been explored to death. Major consequences from earlier stories get soft pedaled or ignored, so the status quo you know can settle uh you know can settle into something familiar again. After a while, the whole era starts reading like an editorial decision, wearing a story's clothes. You know, uh, more interested in scrubbing the slate than in letting the character actually live with what came before. I mean, I've already seen loads of people dodging the problem just because it's Marvel. Yeah, Marvel gets a lot of shit, but that's when it's bad. Um, I mean, the CGI was shit. Whenever there's a so-called quote unquote good Marvel movie, people don't want to call out the obvious. They just want to focus on the fact that, oh, we finally got a good movie, guys. Don't we finally we finally got a good movie, guys. The frauds are just saying we finally got a good movie, guys. Don't talk shit about it. Don't talk shit. That's the thing. Number one rule: don't talk tish. I don't think YouTube's gonna fuck with me cussing in the first 7 minutes, but uh, uh, um, you know, uh, you know. I mean, you can see it on people's faces. It's like in the theaters, you can see the terrible CGI. But it would never be of topic. It would never be something that people would say or that people would bring up. People would reiterate. But hey, anyway, brand new day. Spends most of his time trying to convince you the slate is clean. While you know the still running the same old playbook. Peter lands new jobs and new social circles that um, that look different on the surface. Every one of them circles back to the same late bills, to missed appointments, secret identity headaches. New faces show up around him claiming to matter. But most of them only stick around long enough to feel long enough to fill a slot. you know, before the next arc shuffles them out. uh, you know, I yeah, I keep watching villains. I keep watching villains. Get introduced, um, with big energy, and then drop the second uh, their issue ends, leaving no real residue. That the street level focus gets sold as a return to roots, uh, but it mostly just means smaller problems that still resolve the same way. You know, after enough issues, the quote unquote brand new part starts feeling like a coat of paint over the exact same cycle. The character had already run. The character had already worn out. Brand new, brand new day. Brand new day keeps the larger world at arm's length. Keeps the larger world at arm's length. What like it's afraid continuity. Might complicate the formula. You know, uh, you know, uh, you know, uh, you know, classic villains reappear with almost no memory of what came before, stepping back into uh, their old roles as if the the previous years never registered. Peter Parker's scientific his scientific genius, quote unquote genius side, gets pushed to the margins so he can stay busy, with rent, relationships, random street crime, retardation, inconsistencies in both power scaling and writing. But yeah, that's kind of off topic, but it's on topic. I keep noticing how rarely anything that happens in one arc carries real weight into the next. Problems resolve clean enough to keep the single guy scramble going. The isolation from bigger events starts feeling deliberate. Like the stories are you know like the stories are protecting a narrow like a narrow status quo, uh, instead of just letting go. Just let Spider-Man go. Let Spider-Man be free. Let him be awesome. Let the character live in a connected world. Let the character have beautiful, awesome moments without reverting back to retardation in the short term. And I say the short term because obviously they don't, they don't treat stories long term in comics. Everything happens so fast. Even the 80 issue things, a lot of stuff happens. And for example, Spider-Man 2018 was very terrible. Anybody who defends it can't really take it serious. Can't really take them serious. But it was all over the place. Um, every emotion was started and then resolved in like a few, but then a bunch of more corny stuff would just pile on top of that with MJ. I'm so tired of MJ. I honestly just heavily despise MJ. But back on a brand new day, after a while, the whole run reads less like ongoing progression, and more like a prolonged holding pattern, um, designed uh, to keep everything familiar.